Well, now play has just started in the 1961 Grand Final between Hawthorn and Footscray. There was a missed kick on Footscray. Hawthorn now into attack through the agency of Brendan Edwards. He goes over, trundles the ball in front of him, but it looks as though a free kick will be given to Brendan Edwards on the wing position on the members' side of the ground. Kicks into attack. Schultz comes in for Footscray, cannot pick up. Here's a chance for Hawthorn to go further downfield, and a free kick has been paid to Hawthorn in the person, I believe, of Hill. There's the throw-in. Players set themselves up. Goes Winicky, gets the knockdown. It's picked up by Law. Law racing into an open goal, and first score to the Hawks. Law, very quick, very nippy onto the ball, picked it up, and without opposition drove through to make Hawthorn 1 goal. Footscray, no score.
Well, very interesting to note that only 3 Hawthorn players are in long sleeves, and only 1 Footscray player in the person of Jack Slattery is in long sleeves.
Right, there's the knockdown. Schultz got it, but it goes to Hawthorn. Edwards handballing out now to Fisher. Cannot pick up. The ball is knocked away from him. Footscray into attack through the agency of Ian, and right down into the forward zone. It was Hobbs who came out, was unable to pick up. Players tumbling over each other. Hobbs has it again, handballs to nobody in particular. Here's a chance now as the ball is picked up. Footscray has the opportunity to score. There are too many Hawthorn men there at the moment, and Hawthorn clears, but a free kick has been awarded. Has he done so? No. Umpire Frank Swab, the umpire for this grand final, has called for the ball up.
Well, Mike, nobody's got any great ascendancy yet, but the first thing to note, of course, that there's no breeze at all. It's not favouring any end. It seems to be coming across the ground, but there's a goal for Footscray through the agency of, I think it was Quarrell, was it?
It was Quarrell, yes, Bird. Well, that puts Footscray in the lead. There's the bounce again. Up they go. Schultz gets the knockdown, but it's sharked very cleverly then by Brendan Edwards. Drives the Hawks right into attack. It's down forward. Peck comes out, misses the run of the ball. Here's a chance for Hawthorn, and kicked off the ground by Hill, and has gone through for 1 point. Right now, we're waiting for the throw-in. There's a throw-in. Ware went very high for Footscray. Got a backhanded hit out. The ball is on the ground. Ian has it, and he will take the free kick. Plays on very quickly into the centre of the ground. Spargo coming in. Here's another chance for McKellar to put Footscray further down. Players fly high, but nobody able to pull it down, and Slattery fell over just when he had the opportunity. But in comes Quarrell. Wasn't quick enough. Has a second bite of the cherry and puts it through. That's his second. Johnny Quarrell's second. There's the score. Hawthorn 1-1, Footscray 2-1.
Well, once again, it's a throw-in, this time a bit closer, just a few yards away from the behind post. Winicky goes high, gets the tap down, but there's an infringement as he does so, and which way is the kick going? Hawthorn's way. Well, no, it's not. It's going to Whitten. Teddy Whitten's coming back to take the kick. Well, he hasn't been doing much so far, but if he kicks this goal, he'll have a nice, handy little lead on the board for his team. Here's his kick. It's only very close in, and it's through, right through the centre for a goal. Well, that's 1 to Teddy Whitten from a free. Oh, what a handy one that is to put on the board. 2 from the boot of Quarrell, and now 1 from the boot of Teddy Whitten, and the score's on the board 3-1, 19 points to 9 points Hawthorn. 19 points Footscray to 9 points Hawthorn. Now back in the centre of the ground again with Hawthorn desperately wanting to get back in the game, but Schultz stopping them there with a mighty knockout to where the ball comes out towards Gardner. Gardner turns well, plays on, down into the full forward zone. Whitten is there, and he's taken the mark. Well, there was nothing wrong with his leg that time, Ray.
Oh, no, Jeff, he came out the full lot then. Gave it the Herbs all the way, and he's only about 30 yards in front of goal. On an angle, I mean, but not too much of an angle, I don't think, for Teddy Whitten.
Well, it's about the same angle on the other side of the ground, I would say, to the last goal that he got. Here he comes. The kick is a good one. It's through, I would say, for another goal, yes. Here's the throw-in. Now it's at Hawthorn's end, just a few yards from the behind post. There's a great battle going on in the ruck there between Peck and Schultz. Looked to be a free kick twice, but it's going neither way, and here's a chance now for Footscray to clear the ball. However, back it comes through. After the play, Brendan Edwards got set down. Back it comes to the centre-half forward position for Hawthorn. Oh, tapped by Hawthorn, but there's no Hawthorn player there. It was nearly got away by Ware. He got a bit of surprise himself, and now Brendan Edwards comes in, has a shot. No, but hit as he got rid of the ball, and he's laying on the ground. He got hit very hard then, but meantime the ball has gone down, and it's a goal to Hawthorn. Well, it was kicked by Ian Law. I was watching back at the blow received after the play there by Brendan Edwards.
Spargo, the centre man, has the ball wide of his centre position. There's his kick. Oh, lovely kick too. Right down. Players fly high, and the mark has been pulled down by E. Whitten. There seems to be a little dissension. Well, Teddy's about 40 yards out from goal. Has the opportunity of putting Footscray further ahead. There's his kick, and it's 1 point only. There you go. No mark. Spargo went up with Hill. The ball is on the ground. It's picked up by Beamish, who has his right hand bandaged, and the ball is over the line and out of bounds at the end of the first quarter.
And he'll put his team well into attack. He does so. Over the centre half, down to the centre half forward position goes his kick. All Hawthorn, though. And from Ian Law, the ball comes down towards the centre of the ground, where there's another chance for Hawthorn to go into attack here. Coming through is Graham Arthur, Brendan Edwards. Brendan Edwards puts it right down to the teeth of goal, where it just eludes the pack, and it was out of bounds. Here's this battle again between Peck and Schultz. This time Footscray have got it to Hoyles. Hoyles has a chance to clear. Oh, he hung onto the ball for a long time there. Allowed Hawthorn to get back into the play. Once again, a kick off the ground. Here's a chance for Hawthorn coming through. Hand passing to Peck. Peck can't pick up the ball. Fumbles in front. And off a Footscray boot, it slides across the boundary line. And it's Hoyles, the centre-half back. Played a very, very good game so far for Footscray. Takes his kick. Seemed to be favouring his right leg as he kicked the ball then. Hawthorn still not holding their marks, but Fisher comes in with the ball. A hand pass out to the centre, where Cunningham high punt kick down to the centre half forward position. Gary Young's in front. Gary Young takes the ball, has a shot for goal, and he's put it through for 1 point only.
Ball, but it goes into the hands of the Hawthorn defender, and now Footscray, or Hawthorn rather, into attack. Footscray defending hotly. Here's a chance for Ian Mort. He drives right up, and the mark has been taken there. A very, very easy one. A sitter has been taken by John Peck. And if you keep that up, Bert, luck eventually must favour you. Yes, waiting for Peck to take his kick now. He couldn't miss this, could he? Oh, no, he has. Every time. I would be the worst tipster ever. But he was only about, 5 yards out from goal?
Oh, about 10 yards out, Mike, but right off the side of his boot. A shocking performance by John Peck.
And from this position, he could well and truly put Footscray into attack. Now, neither side has scored a goal this quarter so far.
That's most remarkable, Jeff, isn't it?
It is, Reg. Oh, look at this. Whitten allowed to go up unopposed. Marks the kick. He's about the centre-half forward position. For Footscray as he comes in. He won't get the distance from here, but he should put it right down in the goal square. It's a beautiful punt kick. It's travelling just into the goal square. It drops. No one can mark the ball. And what has happened? A free kick has been pulled out of it, and it could go to McKellar here. He's going back to take his kick. Barney McKellar. He had a shot from here just a moment ago for Footscray. See what he does with it this time. Right foot, and it's through the middle. It's a goal. Yes. Well, we said there hadn't been a goal scored this quarter, Reg, and as soon as we said that, along comes McKellar, and with his true right boot, puts it right through the centre, and there's a goal on the board for Footscray.
And that makes it a little more difficult for the Hawthorn, Jeff, because they've had plenty of opportunities and haven't converted at all.
Well, right in the back, I would say, from up here, and it's a free kick to Hawthorn. MacArthur taking the free kick, sending the ball to the centre of the ground. Bit scrambly around the centre there, and eventually it's Law, who comes out with it for Hawthorn. Out of the half-forward flank, a chance for Brendan Edwards now. He's not being shepherded, though, to go through. He elects to do a hand pass. There's a free kick, but play on, says the umpire, as Edwards has a shot, and with a glorious drop kick, puts it right through the centre for another goal to Hawthorn. A beautiful bit of play by Edwards, then, to score another major for Hawthorn. Very fitting, Reg, that it came from the boot of Brendan Edwards, who's been Hawthorn's best man in my book so far in the game, and who then played glorious football and capped it with a beautiful drop kick that sailed true and straight through the centre. However, here's Footscray back into the game again, into attack now, and spilt mark right in front of goals there with Teddy Whitten himself. Is it trying to turn out of trouble? Does so. Hand pass across to Hobbs. Hobbs has a shot for goal, and it's through. No, it's marked right in the goal line, and it goes through and is touched on the way. So we see Kane kicking off for Hawthorn. It's a beautiful kick from Kane to open the centre forward position, but Schultz goes up unopposed. No marks as the umpire. Another shot by Footscray, and 1 point on the board off Hobbs's boot. Sends the ball down to his own half-forward position, but from Gillard's boot it'll go back again to centre half-forward, where Spargo allows the ball to go through his fingers down to Whitten. Whitten, a quick flick pass backwards, finds a teammate in Hobbs. Hobbs is coming through with a shot down towards the sticks, and it'll be a mark to Footscray. No, couldn't hold it right in front, and Hawthorn once again have got the ball away through MacArthur. And I didn't hear the siren go there, but the siren has gone. Mike, you heard it, did you?
Yes, the siren has gone, so did the players, Jeff. They're leaving the field. There's the score as umpire Frank Swab moves in to bounce the ball for the start of the third quarter of the 1961 grand final between Footscray and Hawthorn. Player. However, the free kick has been given to Brendan Edwards. He drives the Hawks well into attack. Down it goes, and the mark has been taken there in the centre half-forward position by John Winicky. Winicky drives, right foot kick, right down into the forward pocket. A chance for Graham Arthur to mark, and he does so. Graham, the Hawk skipper, coming in to take his kick right down into the teeth of goal. They set themselves up, they go, and the mark has been pulled down for Hawthorn by Hill. Hill has pulled it down. He is on an angle, as you can see there, only a few feet out from. Coming in to take his kick, tries to run around, he kicks, and yes, in the first few seconds of the third quarter, Hawthorn have booted a goal. They needed that possession. There's the bounce of the ball. Doesn't give Schultz the opportunity to do anything. Hawthorn into attack again, down to their half-forward flank. Young Eon comes in, tries to push the ball on in front of him. It's punched away by Bernie Lee. Up to the wing position, picked up now, and driven right into attack. A chance for Peck to mark. No, it's dropped. Or rather, Hill to mark. It's dropped. Stacks on the mill now, and the free kick has been given to Hawthorn. Well, Young thought it was his free, but it has been given to the young rover, Cunningham. Cunningham comes in to take his kick, and it's another one. What a fiery opening by the Hawks. For the Bulldogs. Favouring the member side, or virtually up the centre, and the mark has been pulled down here by Gary Young. Well, it's all Hawthorn so far in the third quarter. Gary Young is about 50 yards out from goal. His kick, it's a beauty. It's a ripper, this kick. Up they go. It's almost marked right in the teeth of goals there. But eventually it's Law trying to get his foot to it. Can't do so. He's tackled by players right, left and centre. And eventually it's kicked. Snapped up very quickly. And kicked by Graham Arthur. A captain's effort from the skipper of the...
I think John Kennedy's instructions at half-time to the Hawthorn boys must have been, we've got to stop Schultz, and that's just exactly what they're doing. They've swung John Peck into the ruck, as I suggested before, and that's had the desired effect on Schultz.
Well, true, Bert, every time Schultz goes for a hit out, he is completely swamped by Hawthorn players. There he goes again, two players against Johnny Schultz. However, it's Footscray into attack now. Teddy Whitten trying to do his best and receives the free kick. Bernie Lee coming in now. Right foot kick, it goes up when the mark is pulled down brilliantly by Colin Uren on the half-forward flank. Uren, his kick is a bad one off the side of the boot. However, it almost gives Ian Mort the opportunity to mark. They're into attack through Gary Young, the Hawks. It comes down to the full forward position. Hill can't quite gain possession. It's kicked off the ground there by... They're trying to work that one out. Trying to pick up that player. It was Ian Mort.
Well, I would say into the goal square. He probably won't quite get the distance from here. There's his drop kick down towards the 10-yard line, but it's marked by Hawthorn there. Well, they can't go wrong at the moment. Ian Mort has marked, Morton Brown has marked, only about 25 to 30 yards out. Runs in, takes his kick. Oh, it's a shocking kick. Hawthorn had another chance to mark there, but it's forced off the hands of the pack, out of bounds, right near the behind post. For Graham Arthur to take a free kick for Hawthorn. There he is, right alongside Brendan Edwards, who's taking a little bit of a rest there. Got a nasty knock a little while back. Oh, it can't go wrong at the moment. Cunningham, Hawthorn can't go wrong. Cunningham, the ball right down his throat. He's marked on the half-forward flank. Dodges round his man on the mark. Hand passes across to Gary Young. Gary Young sets himself, runs in, kicks at goal, and it looks as though it'll be a behind. Yes, 1 point only. It's all Hawthorn, and I venture to say, Reg, at this stage, they should be many, many goals in front.
And at the moment, they are playing much better.
They're playing very, very much harder, too, with 17 minutes of the quarter gone. Footscray still battling desperately there to get the ball out of Hawthorn territory, but without much success at this stage. Look at those Hawthorn Guernseys, those stripes are everywhere. There's another kick for goal. I think it might have been touched. Yes, the umpire taps his hand and signals that that kick of Cooper's was touched on the way through.
Given this opportunity, I think they're really playing at the moment better.
Well, if it has, they'll need all these points on the board for that final quarter, I would think. Footscray can't do a thing right. Hawthorn back into attack again. It's going perilously close and hits the post. It's a poster. Look, you can see that post. You can still see it shaking slightly there.
At the moment, Jeff, Hawthorn seem to be beating Footscray for pace, don't you think?
Well, they might have taken a little bit of the pace out of Footscray, I think, because they came in at the start of this quarter and played it extremely hard and fast, and they've gone for the ball much better than they have in the other quarters, Reg.
Oh, very much, yes.
Well, there's a nasty clash while we were talking down there, and Fisher is on the receiving end of it, and a free kick is being paid further downfield. And Mort will take it. Well, you can always tell which team are trailing, the team that gives those away, Reg.
Yes, that's a bad fault.
And look what it's resulted in.
Marked by Brown.
Brown has marked right in front, and he's only 25, 30 yards out. And there's another goal on the board for Hawthorn. Made no mistake about it whatsoever.
Waiting for the throw-in now. Here it comes. Teddy Whitten's in there. John Winicky for Footscray. It's Whitten who grabs the ball, kicks, and 1 point only. A great try by the Footscray captain and coach, John Winicky. Winicky runs around, drives along the outer stand there. A chance for Footscray to come in again. Gardner has it, fumbles around, tries to be tricky, is grabbed. He's down on the ground now as play goes on. Hawthorn into attack. Schultz almost pulled that one down in defence, but Hawthorn have the opportunity here. Gary Young picks up, drives down towards goal. Hill sets himself. Oh, everybody out of position. Nobody at home. The ball is on the ground. It's picked up by Cunningham, it looks like, is it? No, it's Morton Brown. Morton Brown picks it up and puts it through for another goal to the Hawks. This is the quarter. Well, there's another knock. Hawthorn, as you can see, they're playing with tremendous confidence now. Footscray can't do a thing right, but just as I said that, you rendered the wrong thing. Teddy Whitten marks there. Lovely kick up by Spargo. Teddy Whitten marks, has the opportunity to... It's up to the skipper now. Comes in, takes his kick, and it's there. It's a major for the Bulldogs.
That was a tremendous effort by Whitten. He's kicked 3 of their 6 goals. A real personal triumph for Ted, but his side's not playing well enough around him.
All right, let's see if they can come back into it. There's the siren for the end of the third quarter in the 1961 grand final between Hawthorn and Footscray.
There goes the bounce of the ball for the fourth and final quarter.
To see Morton Brown marked there on the wing position on the outer side of the ground. Hawthorn into attack once again. Uren has it, running up on the half-forward flank, driving down towards the forward pocket where the mark is spilled by Hill there. However, Footscray clearing now. Here's a chance for Fisher. Fisher picks up, drives right into the teeth of goal, and the mark is taken effortlessly by John Peck, the vice-captain. Full forward come Ruckman. Oh, goodness gracious me.
Well, Mike, there's an amazing thing. It is a goal. No, it is a goal. It looked like as if it only made a point. I'm terribly surprised about that. It looked to go off the side of his boot, but obviously no, and it's a goal.
It must be Ware who will take the mark. Ware just wide of the centre, looking for Hobbs. Hobbs takes the mark. Hobbs is running into to goal for them, and it's through. It's through for Footscray. The ball is on the half-forward flank for Hawthorn on the outer side of the ground. Looks as if the 19th man for Hawthorn is coming on. John Kennedy must think that he's got it won, or perhaps somebody's injured. However, another goal to Hawthorn through Ian Moore. Screwed around on his left foot and popped it through.
The full forward position where there's a chance for Law. Law couldn't mark the ball, and Footscray have cleared it back, only to see Uren in control again. Uren underruns it, but he'll pick it up again. I think he's got time to turn around, recover, turn out of trouble, get his left foot to the ball, put it right onto the half-forward flank for Hawthorn. 3 Hawthorn players there, one of them must get it. It'll be a kick for goal, and it could go through again for another goal, and it has. Nalda. What a handy player this is, Reg, to have coming on as your 19th man.
He's a handy boy and a 19th man, Jeff. He could be in my side any time.
There's Ware's kick to the centre wing position. Fisher has a chance here for Hawthorn to put them into attack again. Gets his foot to the ball, sends it down to the full forward zone. Ware can't mark it, and coming out is Hay for the 20th man for Hawthorn. Gets caught in possession of the ball, but hand passes it across very well to Gary Young to see it go straight down the throat. Let's see who this is at centre half forward. Brown. Brown's come in from the flank. He's waving his arms about there, everything not to his satisfaction. Charlie Evans may be encroaching a bit on his mark. There's Brown's kick, and it's through for another goal to Hawthorn.
So Hawthorn, you can start deciding where to put that flag out there at Glenferrie Oval. There's a mark taken for Footscray on the half-back flank. Umpire Swab isn't going to pay it by the look of things. Let's see what he's going to do. He decides a ball up. There's the ball. The Wren comes in. There's the final siren. The final siren. And Hawthorn are premiers for the year 1961. The first premiership for Hawthorn. Congratulations to them from all sporting fans. There is the scoreboard. Hawthorn 13-16-94. Footscray 7-9-50.